Folks, I am a victim. I'm a victim of a terrible crime. For about 45 minutes ago, I popped down the road to the barber and they stole all of my hair. So I had a lovely sort of head of hair that was sort of flopping around in the wind, and now I don't. And now my head is cold, and my hair is somewhere on the barber's floor. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, I must admit it's my own damn fault. I did ask for a number 4, but yeah, they took off quite a bit of my hair, so I'm like, oh, oh dear. It's fine, it'll grow back. Hi! Welcome, everyone. Welcome indeed. Thank you, Astronaut. Thank you, Dezu. Thank you, Frosties. Thank you, Dante. So welcome to your Tuesday morning. I hope you're all okay. Hang on. So behind me, we have a dog who is flopped. She went to the front door and gave me a sort of annoyed huff when I came back from the barber's, because obviously, I left her alone. How dare I? I sort of threw some salmon-y biscuits on the bed and then sort of ran down the road because I noticed on the dog walk that the barber didn't have a queue. So I was like, quick, go, 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 go. The longer I wait in the day, the bigger the barber's queue generally gets because, the school days and all that. So I went and got my hair cut. Later on today, the plan is to go and visit my doctor. I have a checkup for my asthma medication. Frankly, I'm going to tell them that this new inhaler that I've got it's not working out for me. It doesn't feel like it's got my asthma under control. So we'll see what the nurse says. Maybe she'll switch me over to a different type of medicine. Thank you, Palika. Thank you, Cinderlash. Thank you, Hangarona. Thank you, Astronut. Thank you, all of you. Yeah, anyway, let's get straight in. So, it remains to be seen whether or not our colony is going to survive, considering the extreme difficulties that we face getting started, which is often the most sensitive time. But welcome back. So, we are the Hand of Hook. So what we're saying is that to introduce you to the 71-year-old Sir Hook, the 49-year-old Blue-Nosed Bear, and the 19-year-old Egleb. So Sir Hook is a famous holo-novelist, Blue-Nose is a former space janitor, and Egleb is a former medieval lordling from like a medieval world. So for the sake of the roleplay, we're going. So our faction consists of sort of brutal, domineering bandits. Although obviously we've only just crash landed, we're not there yet. We're going to say, in fact, here's the fun part. I discovered last night that using the in-game dev tools, you can modify the game's copy. Ooh. Therefore, we are the Hand of Hook. So I've changed the faction name and the faction description, and then later on we can even change the specific names of the individual leaders and specialists, you see. So, maybe it's a bit on the nose right now, we might change them later. But, the Hand of Hook. So, led to the Rimworld by the charisma of the aging novelist Sir Hook, mostly known for his Hook series, all in caps, of human-centric post-apocalyptic holo novels, the survivors of the crash find themselves in an extremely unexpected position, and suddenly wondering whether the brutal, human-first, iron-fisted rules of the Hook setting were actually an instructions manual for building a great society. So, expect executions, slavery, gladiatorial battles and all that. All of the horrors of the Hook holo novel series, sort of potentially, if we survive, made manifest on this distant rim world. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. For now, though, we have arrived next to this raging tropical river in the middle of a jungle. It is harsh here. It is quite harsh. So, torrential rain, malaria, predators. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty biome. Egleb took some injuries on day 4 from a vicious peacock attack, which was a bit of a hassle. Blue-Nosed Bear are pretty much the only sort of capable colonist right now. He's got the flu, so he's got to get bedridden as much as possible, but he's the only one who's capable of dumb labour and general building, so yeah, we've got to sort of balance things accordingly. We can also expect an attack soon, so we need to get our defences in in order. Yeah, so, on that front, let us put down a few basic points of cover that we can utilize. Okay, but we've got solid cover there, so we don't need to worry too much. Right. Yeah, it's going to be rough. It remains to be seen whether or not we can survive. Right, so what are you doing? So Blue Nose Bear is currently building, trying to get this bedroom sorted. Yeah, the isolated bedrooms are extremely important. If we can get that done, what's more important right now? Hang on, what time is it? It's midnight. Egleb is a night owl. Okay, get a bit of energy, then we'll switch you over to the new routine. Okay, let's have you. Blue Nose, can you try and get some security? Some basic security. Right. Yes, Blue Nose Bear still has the flu, so the space janitor. Okay. Then you two need to wake up as soon as you can. Low recreation with Sir Hook, the novelist, the elderly novelist. Yes, indeed, night game. So vanilla. So the only mod that's installed is the progress renderer to sort of take a screenshot of the playthrough. I hope that it works. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, we need more wood. Right, yeah, Blue Nose is off to bed. Get whatever rest you can. Right. How quickly do people join, Theo? Depends entirely on Randy. Also, we need to get a prisoner area, so obviously we can capture people. Okay, so get to bed, rest as much as you can. So 1 in the morning, speed up the time. Yes, there is one dependency mod, Zoob, so technically I lied. I think it's called Harmony. It's got like C+ or whatever progress renderer needs. But yeah, functionally there's no gameplay mods whatsoever. Okay. Ooh. Okay, good luck, Deliria. You're having a bone marrow biopsy today to try and find a donor for your aplastic anemia? Well, good luck. Hope it goes very well. Hope you find a donor very quickly, Dilria. All the best to you. Thank you, Knock Knock Joke. Thank you, Camber. Camber? And thank you, Dean and Togira. Where's the Lulu Cam? Yeah, we can. Good shout. We can do that. Lulu Cam. Also, can I get rid of all of these? No, maybe leave them on screen, but just move the Lulu Cam up there. Hang on. Lulu Cam. There we go. Hang on, I'm just going to move the Lulu Cam up here. And bush. Lovely. Yeah, she's flopped. She's happy. What's up with my Sid Pirates run? Well, I played it. Excalibur. Played it, got bored, did something else. Or rather, kept failing repeatedly. Okay. Let's move the dumping stockpile so it's not directly in front of the door. Stick it over here. And also let's expand the roof zone to be basically as far out as we can for the sake of just general shelter. Alright. Thank you Zero Fire, thank you Kevlar Hamster, and thank you Westy. Thank you all of you. Okay. The dog is awake. The dog is eating all our packaged survival meals. We're going to have to sort out food soon. Okay. We've got some potatoes growing. They're doing quite well. Some corn as well, but it takes forever to grow. Right. So Blue Nose is awake. Okay. How's your infection? Right, you're ahead of it by a few %. Sorry to do this to you, but I do need you active, Blue Nose, as much as possible. What's Sir Hook doing? Sir Hook, could you please wake up, get some food, do something to relax, to keep your mood high, and then I need you to get as much wood as you can for Sir Hook. So let's go to zone, orders rather, go to chop wood. Please get as much wood as possible. Okay, refrigeration is going to be an issue along with power. Oh good, the research bench is now available. So, we need to work on... So, oh good, we've already got electricity and air conditioning. Good. Okay. Nutrient paste dispenser too. Very good. Okay, what I think we... what we definitely need to go straight towards then. We need to work on drug production and phenocycline? Phenoxycycline. So the anti-malaria medication. Going to be very important. So begin research into drug production. Egleb, once you've had your breakfast, you're not very good at it, but you're all we've got right now. Okay. Yeah, we just need to keep things in order. Okay, do your best there, Egleb. So the 19-year-old former medieval lordling never expected to be shuffling papers, but here he is. Okay, Sir Hook, the elderly novelist, is frail with a bad back. Yeah, get as much recreation as you can. And we're not going to research fishing? Yes, we do need to, but obviously, yeah, drug production is, I think, yeah, phenocyte, we need it urgently. Where is fishing? Hang on. Fishing is there. Okay. Placing zones where your colonists can go fishing. Okay. Right. So Sir Hook, once you've got some recreation, so right now you're getting dexterity play. Okay. But yeah. Oh, what's this? Sorry. Pixels per cell too high for this map. Please reduce to 59. Ah. I see. Is that my... Hang on. Please reduce to 59. Mod options. Progress renderer. Aha. There we go. I fixed it. So I guess it tried to take the first colony screenshot and it didn't work. Alright. Okay, very good. Sir Hook, that's enough for now. Sorry to force your hand, but we really do need you to get to work as quickly as possible. Harvest as many trees as you can. Wood is not the best build material, of course, but we've got to make do. Yes, how long until we need to execute somebody? Probably as soon as possible. Soaking wet, yeah. Weather's awful. The medicine you want sorry, you know how the medicine you want is going to work, right? I believe it renders us immune to malaria, flu, and whatever for 15 days or something? But it's been a while. It's been quite a few playthroughs since I've had to use it. Okay, Blue Nose, on your feet, please. Let's go. So the space janitor wakes up, trudges through the mud because it's all we've got right now. The home zone. Where are my zones? I can't seem to see the zones. Pollution overlay. Heat overlay. Visibility of roads. Zones. There we go. For some reason they weren't visible. Select the home zone. Oh, they're still not visible. What? Toggle visibility of zones. Strange. What have I done wrong? How odd. Did I fuck it up with a mod? Stockpile zone. Weird. I don't know. Okay. Right. So the novelist Sir Hook. Yes, get as much wood as you can. Blue Nose, what are you doing? Having a packaged survival meal? Good. Right, you want... Yeah, get a bit of... yeah, so same deal. Just try to relax a little bit. Alright. Good man, Sir Hook. Just take advantage of your presence here. But yeah, for those passing straight through the stream, please know that currently I'm not working on a bullshittery. I'm taking some time off. Having, worked flat out for so many weeks, I need to take some time off. I'll be doing some DIY jobs today, here in the bungalow. At some point today, I should get some 60mm, so 60mm stainless steel self-tapping screws, which I'm going to use to try and install some timbers, some treated spruce or pine timbers, in real life, into a section of my bungalow's roof. There's this great big sort of gap between the new flat bitumen-based roof and the old sort of like where the gutter is, basically. And so I'm a little bit worried that creepy crawlies are going to start getting up into the roof segment. So I'm going to slide some carefully cut and sanded timbers in there, which are currently sitting in my conservatory covered in 2 coats of water-resistant paint. And I'm going to screw them in with stainless steel screws and then make sure it's nice and flush with the surface, and then give it another coat of paint, just to make sure it's completely sealed and watertight. I don't want any moisture getting in. And then I'm going to mount the guttering back on. So little jobs, just trying to do them one at a time and get them right. Okay, so Blue-Nosed Bear expires in 2 hours. You're ahead of your disease. Yep. In fact, hold it for now. Save the medicine. Min-max it a bit. What about expanding foam? I don't know anything about that, Loxian. But it would probably look like shit, I would imagine. Instead, I was going to use some treated timbers and then silicone around the edges, water-resistant paint. Right. No, Kirinov. Just no. Yes, I've got that stuff to do today. Okay, Sir Hook is off to relax again. Sir Hook, could you please harvest these berries whilst they're here, please? There we go. Cool. Get as much of that as we can. Watch out for the wildlife. Good. So Blue-Nosed Bear, if you could please just get these bedrooms operational as quickly as you can. Just going to force you to, frankly. Then if we have an animal attack or something, we can at least retreat inside the very cloistered base, but it's something. It's better than death. Thank you for saying so, Necro. Thank you. Right, Eggleb's busy. The 19-year-old is busy researching. It's going to take a while. Sir Hook is off to go and relax. Prioritize. Get individual rooms going. Right, get Sir Hook's bedroom here. Huh. Something's wrong. Has the mod broken it? I have no overlay. Let's try and reload it. Hang on. I have no ghost showing where the items can be moved. Try again. There it is. Now I have it. How strange. Don't know what happened there. Okay, so Blue-Nosed Bear. Yeah, please focus on that. Okay, after your game, please move the bed. Malevolent. It's called Progress Renderer, which takes a snapshot of the colony for the sake of like animated GIFs, or making a video showing the colony building up. Yeah, check the home zone again. Let's have a look. Yay, there we go. Can't explain that. Not sure what happened. Right. Okay, yep. Tend to your flu. Just need to keep our eyes on that. Make sure you're ahead of it at all times. Right, now let's check the assignments, shall we? So let's check the schedule. Okay, currently, people go to bed at around 10, wake up at around 5. Yep, let's switch over. So hang on. Okay, let's have Eggleb. Wait, fuck, I fucked it up. Whoops. Eggleb, you're a night owl, so could you please sleep during the daylight hours? Let's give you the chunk from, say... about there? Maybe a bit less? Okay, could you be sleeping in this block here then? See if you've got enough energy. Alright. You'll be happier at night. Thank you for saying... thank you very much, Principal. Alright. I'm not sure what you mean, Cozy. Thank you very much, though, Cozy. Unless that's sarcasm. Do you mean the peak bullshittery? Right. So blue note, good. The bedroom's operational. The bedroom, yeah, we don't have much in the way of steel because we don't really have anyone who can do mining well. Okay. There we go. Right, so get that wall in, and then at least, well, and that there. Just get it like a sealed area that we can secure. And then put a door here, like a wooden door. Just get the beds out of this communal area. Yes, indeed, Theo. So yeah, much has happened on the Rim world, it seems. Cities have risen and fallen. Leave that one to Sir Hook. It's going to take too long. What's Sir Hook doing? Currently hauling the bed. Okay, when you're done with that, please harvest that tree. Blue-nosed bear, please get on the construction. Right. Good morning, Digi. Good morning indeed. I hope you're well. Oh, I'm with you. Thank you, Cozy. Thank you for saying so. Yeah, I think that edit went rather well. Quite challenging though, that bullshittery. Yeah, quite a lot of it had to be manually keyframed. Lots of like, oh shit moments. Okay. Oh, so, yeah, sorry, what am I doing? So, the novelist Sir Hook chopped down the tree. You're frail, but you're good. Yeah, oh, Egglev fell asleep. Hang on. Why are you sleeping there, mate? Go to your bed. Okay. Stop being awake, says Digi, or I'll feel bad for still being awake. Well, go to bed. Also, I'm allowed to be awake. It's the daytime. It's you Americans who are late. Right, Blue-nosed bear is off to bed. Yes. No. Stay awake a bit longer, please. You're currently ahead of your flu. Sorry, I'm just going to force you to work. Right, and then let's get that bedroom moved, and then we've got isolated bedrooms for the sake, there we go, of peaceful rest, so people don't keep disturbing each other. No, thank you, Digi, if that's all right. I'd like to just play narrative-heavy single-player for the moment, rather than do banter for RimWorld. But thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, not the right type of game, RimWorld. Okay. So check the roof. Yeah, almost. Sir Hook, would you mind? No, you're working on your bed. Okay, Blue Nose is off to go. Yeah, seal that part, please. And then use the remaining wood to get these security bits on as quickly as we can. We don't know when the first attack is actually coming, so right. Good man. No. Leave the trees. Leave the trees. Have Sir Hook handle all of those, please. No path. Oh, we sealed you in. Whoopsie daisy. Prioritize that thing then. Right. Did I forget the doors? Evidently. Evidently. Let's also put down an animal sleeping spot. So structures, furniture, animal sleeping spot. Keep it simple. Just make a little wooden box. Is it bonded to anybody? Pharaoh, the dog. So a 1-year-old Labrador. We should try and get it trained if at all possible. Egglev. It's bonded to Egglev. So put it in Egglev's bedroom over here. Lovely. It's quite warm in those bedrooms, for sure. If we can get ourselves enough steel to, hang on, temperature, 30 steel apiece. Easier said than done. Right. Are we sure we can't break these down? Simply, oh, just attack this. Okay, try it. Oh, bloody parrot. Okay, we're running out of meals. Right, Sir Hook. There we go. Okay, the door's open. Damn it, we're just Sir Hook, if you can get through that before you interrupt the builder. Oh, you're working on it. Good. Okay, good. We at least have a sealed compound, so in the event of an animal attack, we can retreat in here until they go away. Okay, it's 8 in the evening. We'll let people wind down and go to bed. Right. How is Lulu, Piers? Yeah, she's okay. She's just been drugged with her her arthritis medication, so she's a bit drowsy. Yeah, this afternoon she's going to see my mum, and I'm sure my mum will give her lots of attention. Lots of snuggles. Yeah, she's doing her best. She's quite, yeah, we went for a walk this morning, and we just went to a local park, right? I just sat down on the grass, and I sipped a coffee, and I took Lulu's harness off, and then just gave her a good scratch. A good, back scratch. Indeed, Xenos fangirl. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So for those who are just joining, the backstory for this colony is that Sir Hook is a famous holo-novelist with readers in the tens of millions. I'm just making this up for the sake of the story. So he's a novelist, novelist in his adult career, and we're going to say that these two gentlemen are sycophantic fans who followed him on his travels. And through there was a crash, so in orbit, and we crash-landed here, so presumably that wasn't expected. But now we're going to see if his brutal... So let's say his book series concerns the adventures of strong and broad-shouldered men and women who fight against degenerate mutants and degenerate robots and degenerate hippies and all of these other things that elderly Sir Hook has written about. Let's say fan interactions are tinged with an awkwardness where it's clear that the line between his fictional universe and his real-life perspective is kind of blurry. But that not everyone bounces off from such sort of schlock. Some people take it seriously, and the sycophantic and the naive stick with him. And when he dies, they'll use his fictional Hook series as a blueprint for their fucked up, supremacist, proselytizing, ruled by the strong, dies the fire, feudal sort of community with slavery and executions and everything. Okay. We'll see. So, the elderly Sir Hook has gone to bed. Blue-Nosed Bear has also gone to bed, and he's now asleep, so the space janitor at the age of 49. Okay. Eggleb is awake, a night owl, happy to be awake at night. Okay. So this is the name of the settlement now, by the river. What should we call it? Afraid not, Alistair. Sorry, no team speak for now, Alistair. So, sorry, RimWorld is not that sort of game for sort of background banter, but thank you. Okay, so, chat, help me out here. So, to set the scene, fictional holo-novels involving broad-shouldered men and women fighting degenerate whatever from the mind of an aging author who writes about sort of, I suppose, sort of, how to word it, like Ubermensch style fiction of great men and women fighting back whatever is his personal pet peeve. So we need it to be like schlocky and something that would make you go, huh? Hang on. But they of course take it seriously. So hang on, the suggestions. So what is it? The Iron Dominion or something. Like this is the name of the settlement. Hang on, the hand. So the Hook's Hold was a good one. Hook's Hold. Hang on. Something like that, you know. I think Hook's Hold is pretty good actually. But then again, we're in a jungle with a river. So is there something else we can use, like to bring the river into that? The Last Lords. This is the settlement, not the faction. Hook's Artery, Temple of the Hook. Yeah, stuff like, but not religious. It's secular. They'll fight. You know, in his fiction, let's say they fight degenerate religions. You know, whatever. It's all very sort of, yeah, secular. Hook's Club, Blood River, Hook's Cradle. That's pretty good. Hook's Fort. Hook's Delusion. No, they're believers. Hook's Rapids. Bastion of Hook. Hook's Holdout. Dread Hook. Yeah, that's pretty good. Dread Hook is good. Hook's Holdfast. Deep Hook. I'm liking Hook's Hold for now, because it's got that sort of implication of a hook holding on to something, not merely a fort. Hook's Fortress. Hook's Elysium. That's also pretty good. Holy fuck, thank you, the YK. Thank you for your generosity, YK. So long as you're sure, YK. Thank you. Hook's Arcadia. I think for now, I think we'll go with the suggestion from chat last night. I think Hook's Hold is really good. Yeah, let's go with Hook's Hold. Right. So, the community is now called Hook's Hold. Just this place, though. We don't know if we're staying here. Right. So, Blue-Nosed Bear, the space janitor. So if you're just joining the stream, everyone, an elderly author who wrote a bunch of holo-novels concerning sort of fantasy, sort of human supremacy schlock. He's been followed by two sycophantic fans, Blue-Nosed Bear, the 49-year-old space janitor, and Egleb, the 19-year-old feudal lordling. So Egleb is off to bed. You're tired, that's fine. Blue-Nosed Bear, please get the berries. I expect we're going to be attacked soon, and I'm worried that we won't survive it. Was it your suggestion, Malkesh? Thank you, Malkesh. Okay, we need to think about food. How much wood is currently available for building? 128. Okay, so that's a storeroom right now. We need to get like a small cooking area. Okay. So what are you doing? You're treating yourself? How soon? Hold it for now. Just, min-max the medicine a bit. Deconstruct this marble door and that wall. There we go. Arkama says Hook's un-Eden? Paradise built in defiance of God? I think Hook's hold is faster to say. Is it going to stop raining? Probably not. Okay, Sir Hook. Yeah, you've slept enough. Sir Hook, we need you to wake up, please, and get more wood for us. We need as much wood as you can chop. Again, it's not ideal right now, but we just need to get... Yeah, as many individual trees felled as possible. Right. Okay, yeah. Treat yourself, and then... Right. Is anyone doing training of the animals? Sir Hook, you have some skill. Make it priority number 2, please. Quest available. You've detected a signal from a mechanoid ship in orbit. The ship has malfunctioned and is slowly losing altitude. By falsely responding to the signal, you can make the ship crash land nearby, letting you salvage valuable grav tech. The grav engine. The ultra-tech heart of a grav ship. The grav engine generates lift by inverting and intensifying the effect of gravity in a field around itself. This engine can lift upwards, but does not produce forward thrust. It can function far from a large gravity well, like a planet. Sorry, it can't function far, so it's useless for interplanetary travel. When launched, anything on substructure that's connected to the grav engine will be transported to a new map. Without a grav anchor, launching a grav ship will abandon your current map. Glitterworld engineers use grav ships to launch orbital platforms and build sky rippers. They require massive and hyper-specialized facilities to produce, making them a rare sight outside of Glitterworlds. Oh, interesting. Okay, if you'll forgive me, folks, this decision won't be for everybody. I'm ignoring the space stuff of Odyssey. I'd like to keep it a bit more grounded. Damn it. The dog's going to eat through our supplies. That's true. Yes, we could always get it, sell it, rip it apart for steel. Okay. Dog. There we go. Okay, sir, you're working on crops. Crops are good. Could I have you prioritize plant cutting first, though, please, Sir Hook? So priority number 3. There we go. Blue Nose Bear is off to go rest. Before you do, Blue Nose, could you... sleeping spot for the dog, and then start working on the spike traps for incoming threats. Thank you, Magnia. Maybe Arkama, but forgive me, I don't really want to keep... this is probably going to come up every single RimWorld stream, so I don't really want to keep going into it. I just want to steer her away from it. I think it's not quite what I'm looking for in RimWorld. Right. Okay, Sir Hook, get as much wood as possible, please. Okay. So the space janitor is setting up some wooden traps. They're not going to do a huge amount of damage, and we might trigger them by walking on them, but it's better than nothing. Okay, before you go for a meal, your mood is still pretty good. Yeah, please get more built. Okay. What's the policy on kids for the playthrough? Death, I guess? If they're annoying? Which they are, because they're kids. Oh, having kids. I don't know. Well, we're 3 guys, so not a lot of policy is needed on that front, frankly. No one has a womb. Right, Eggleb is off to bed. Is there something you can do before bed? That's true, yes. Leather cowboy hats from babies. Yep. Alright. Got the crafting spot. That is the crafting spot. Let's move that over there for now. Get that out of the doorway. Okay. So Blue-Nosed Bear, can you get some... Yeah, get the flooring in if at all possible. Food is going to start becoming an issue very, very soon. So, let's put an additional room here. Expand the roof area. And here, please. There we go. No idea, Rinsuka. No idea. Let's just play and see what happens. I suppose, yes, making a... What would be our victory condition? Because flying off into space wouldn't make much sense for this particular faction. Maybe wiping out all other factions and enslaving them, if that's the thing. We'll see. We'll see. Dog. Right, Blue-Nosed Bear, could you please... Yeah, before you get some food, let's see if we can get a room set up for the sake of meal production. And we need to get a freezer as well. Right. Probably keep like keep like a small freezer for now. Just trying to plan this. How are we going to do this? That's the main storeroom. That's fertile ground. We don't really want to build over that too quickly. Okay, it's probably not a good idea to have the butcher area in with the kitchen to start with, but needs must. Let's make this the... Yeah. So we're going to put the freezer here for now. Well, we don't even have electricity, so what's the point? Wood-fired generator. We're going to need steel. Suspend the construction of the cooler for the moment. Thank you, Corporal Smeg. Thank you very much there, Corporal. Ah, what about a water wheel? We probably don't have that technology. Okay, the teenager Eggleb is awake, on their way to work on the drug production. Good job, Sir Hook. Okay, Blue-Nosed Bear, how's your flu? 48% infected, 55% immune, so you're ahead of it. Good man. Good morning, Q. ZF Quebec is in the chat. Oh yes, I tell you. No, I'm gonna be quiet. Sorry, I was about to. I've got an idea for a bullshittery, but I'm going to shut the fuck up. Because it's quite. Got a potential idea for a bullshittery. All right. Yeah, we're down to 6 meals. Okay, we're going to have to... How are the potatoes? Nowhere near grown. We are going to have to hunt something. Alpaca, tortoises, chinchillas, whatever's close, really, and it's not going to cause huge issues. Okay, let's get that kitchen built as quickly as possible. So, Blue Nose, could you please... So, production... Again, I know this is unhealthy. I know that this is not a good idea, but we'll do it quickly. Butcher's table and... The... Where is it? A fueled stove. Can I make it out of anything other than... No, it has to be steel. Nuts. Well, we could just do the campfire for now, couldn't we? Make a simple campfire to cook things. That's a thing, isn't it? No. Focus on getting the kitchen. Production, electric stove, fueled stove. It's going to be tricky. Okay, Sir Hook, with your knife. What happens if you attack one of the cars? Does it give you metal or no? See what happens. Okay, as for you... No, before you rest, please. Yeah, get that done. Yeah, if it just gives me slag, then damn. Okay, Egleb, just preemptively, let's send you off to go and get some steel then from this deposit. It's outside of the home zone. Unrestrict you? Yeah, get what you can. Okay. So this morning took a walk with the dog, went to the barber's, I've got the doctor's appointment for my asthma medication this afternoon. Beyond that, some DIY work. Got lots of things that I need to do. I'm also preparing to paint the building. I want to give the bungalow another fresh coat of paint. I think I've got everything I need. I'm just waiting for a dry spell. I've got some sort of... Well, it doesn't have to be that dry, but... Yeah, rats. Just slag. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to find some proper steel somewhere. What's that? Lotus. What is a lotus? Just fragrant flowers, apparently. Right. We might just be out of luck. Okay. Right, playing horseshoe. Yep, just get this kitchen operational as quickly as we can. Good man. Right. Who's the dog? In-game, it's a Labrador called Pharaoh. Behind me on the corner cam, it's a French bulldog called Lulu. She's old now with arthritis, but she's doing her best. She's a happy girl. She's a wonky, happy girl. Dog. And right now, she's high off her tits because she's got her arthritis medication. I sort of put it in some corned beef and fed it to her. Yeah, I still have Lulu. Liverack. Again, she's on the... she's at the end of her life now, unfortunately. Just lifespans being what they are. But she's thoroughly enjoying the bungalow that you guys were kind enough to buy her. She loves to flop and sunbathe on the decking. She flops on her back and just, her gums sort of flop upwards in the sun and... Yeah, she's happy. She's a happy girl. She couldn't do that in the previous Flash, that's for sure. Okay, Blue Nose has gone to bed. You're quite exhausted. Okay, we're very low on food, so we have to do something quickly. So, butcher's table. Let's butcher creatures. Do forever, please. Do forever. Ingredients, let's limit them to... Yeah, we don't want to go too far because I'm a bit nervous about predators. Like if they wander off and start trying to pinch predator stuff. So, that's about 69, 80... Okay, call it about 70, shall we say? So don't go too far, please. Grab any meat that you see lying around at around 70 tiles. Ish. Okay. We're going to have to send out some people to hunt some stuff, preferably things that won't fight back if shot. Laggy, I have Ideoligion, Odyssey, and Biotech as the mods currently enabled. Okay, Egleb, you have a revolver. Who's the best shot? It's gonna have to, again. It's gonna have to be Blue Nose again. Blue Nose is doing everything. Okay. It's gonna be a while until those potatoes are ready. Yeah, we need to get this steel. we've only got 25. We need about 80, I think it is, for... yeah, 80 for the fueled stove. Alright. So yes, over the weekend, just lots of cleaning and medical treatment needed. Are you okay? Yeah, lots of cleaning and DIY tasks. Oh, I'll tell you what, I also ordered a small box of sample wood. I went onto a website and I ordered like a different samples, small samples of of different hardwoods and softwoods. I simply found myself with, well, I had my workbench in my garden. And I was peacefully sitting beneath the blossoms of my apple tree that's in my garden. And it was full on like faux samurai. Like I had this long 2-meter plank of spruce. And I was sanding it up and down like you would, like a samurai sitting beneath a cherry tree, sharpening the blade. Hello. And anyway, so I thought, oh, this is quite nice. And I thought, I have like a small shed and it's mostly empty apart from some pots for my vegetables. And I thought, I wonder if I can get like a small batch of samples of wood and maybe get an inspiration to do some woodworking, maybe. So yeah, I'm just going to get like a small box and Google their individual properties and yeah, just something to maybe do. Thank you Duke Shank and Smeg and Josh. So what's this? Psychic Soothe. Every male colonist smiles with contentment. Some distant engine of happiness is stirring. It is projecting a psychic drone onto this site through an orbital amplifier, tuned to only affect males. For a few days, some people's moods will be quite a bit better. Yes. Nice and chill. Although it's probably one of these situations where it's like, I bet he's thinking about other women, and then for the men it's just thinking about drilling something maybe, or maybe... I don't know. What would be a soothing thought for men? Probably just nothing. Just like white noise. Boobs, yes, but it's not all exciting. Like, if you just zone out and start thinking about, I don't know, that time you had a really nice nap. Yeah, thinking about dogs. Being left alone for 10 minutes. Yeah. You told a joke and everybody laughed. Yeah. You received a compliment that one time from that lady in HR that's pretty. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, 51. That's good enough for now, Egleb. Well, actually, yeah, we really need to sort food out. Yeah, winning arguments in your head. Yeah. Having an argument with someone who is clearly wrong and you have all the facts and logic. Yeah, that's what they're thinking right now. Ooh, no. When you clean out your freezer and you stack all of the ice into the sink and the sound it makes when it slowly melts. Or better yet, a stick. Just a long, sturdy, straight stick that you find on a walk or in a forest or something. And you go to the other men and you're like, stick! And they're like, yes, it's a stick. Spear, stick. Right. Okay, Blue Nose has gone to bed. What's the time? 11 in the evening. Okay, we need to do something about the food situation. Okay, Sir Hook, you can go to bed. Keep building up as best we can. Steel is going to be the most critically important factor. So Egleb, keep working throughout the night. Let's have a quick check of the wildlife situation. Still the same two predators. Are they still over the river? Yes. Ooh. And they're asleep. We might be able to steal. And it's just eaten, hasn't it? How long ago? Fresh. Bitten off fresh. Okay. Now's our chance. Minor flu, but you're okay for now. Wake up, Blue Nose, and go and get it, please. Okay, no spot configured to store it. We'll make this into the freezer for the moment. So stockpile zone, the preferred location to store foodstuffs, please. Including raw... Does that include... Yep, it does. Well, and corpses. Corpses for now. Animal corpses, no humans, please. Right. Blue Nose, on your feet. Go and steal some meat. Don't get eaten. Outside of the home zone. Unrestricted. Go get it. Don't mind the panther. Okay, you know... maybe Egleb should go with... No, it should be fine. I don't think the panther will wake up. Right. Dead for 1.4 days. So spoils in 1.1 day. What about the other panther? Does it have any game? No, I think we're good. Okay. When is the next execution? Well, when is the first execution? They haven't committed yet. Here's a chinchilla. Alright. Hey Gleb, how you doing? Good, man. You got 51. Keep going. I know it's difficult. So long as the panther remains asleep, we should be okay. For those joining the stream, I hope you're having a nice morning. Welcome to The Hand of Hook. This is a holo-novelist, a famous holo-novelist. He's 71 years old, and he has readership or viewership in the tens of millions. He has gone on an adventure with two of his sycophantic fans of his holo-novels, which are kind of offensive, violent schlock, let's say, involving the strong defeating the weak and all that blah blah. And in this case, the very, very naive, or the not quite saints, they tend to stick with him. But the crash was unexpected, so let's see if they're the fictional setting of the Hook universe that he writes about is a manual for making a strong civilization. Yeah, maybe I'm underselling it. Tens of millions? Yeah. Hundreds, maybe? Don't know how big the population would be for Rimworld, Glitter Worlds. Well, he can't be too famous, because then, I don't know, presumably people will go looking for him. Okay, Blue Nose Bear is using some medication. Good. Thank you, Kicking with Fists. Thank you very much there, Kicking. Oops, fuck. Nope, what have I done? There we go. Okay, so let's see if we can get the cooking station operational before that animal decomposes. So who's good at cooking? So Sir Hook with a skill of 5. Okay, you're the most appropriate then. So when Sir Hook the novelist wakes up, we're down to 4 packaged survival meals. Blue Nose Bear is off to bed. Before you do, please get this sealed. Get this room sealed. It's also filthy in here. Alright. Okay, a little bit more steel. We need 80. We've got 77. Okay. So Hook the novelist. Yeah, a little bit more sleep. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? An inventor from northeast Avelia is passing by called Kevin Klein. Brother of Egleb? How did that happen in our made up setting that we just... Okay. 69. A brother? Egleb's brother? From a faction? A sickly child, an inventor, a psychopath. Oh god, you're also kind of useless. No combat abilities, burning crafting just like Egleb. Medical though, a doctor. Old though, quite old. And we'd make enemies of a faction. Brother. Researcher 2? Yeah, Researcher 2. And a psychopath. Quite handy. Fuck. We do have the clubs. 69 though is quite old. But it is his brother. Bad back, cataracts, oh god. No, we should probably leave it. He's too old. No, we have to. We believe in the strong defeating the weak. We have no room for the weak. Okay, Blue-Nosed Bear, can you get a little bit more steel? Then we're sorted. Right. Okay, there's plenty of wood over here. Yeah, please get that built. There we go. Right. Clear away these plants as well. They're all in the way. Put some proper flooring down soon. So orders, cut plants, just do the whole room, grass included. Chop it all down. That's true. We're going to have gladiatorial fights to determine the strong versus the weak, and we're going to keep slaves, which I've never done before. Yeah, I guess they never saw each other. We're down to 3 packaged survival meals and some berries, so desperate straits now. Deteriorating. Spoils in 19 hours. So, Sir Hook, when you wake up, please butcher that alpaca. Right, you're off to go to bed. Please build that door in there. Sir Hook, please wake up. We need you now. Egleb, how are you doing on the steel? A few more moments and you're solid. Yes, Alistair. Right. What now? What can you build now? Well, we're waiting for you to build that. So please head this way. So drafting you, Blue-Nosed Bear. Well done, Egleb. You've done it. Now come in and rest. Okay, Blue-Nosed Bear. Get the cooking stove going. Obviously, we need to clean up the room. It's going to, food poisoning chance is going to be pretty high. What with the butchering of the creatures in there. There we go. So Sir Hook the novelist is stripping the meat away from the dead alpaca. Monkeys. Blue-Nosed Bear has picked up 66 of the available steel. It's going to take a couple of trips. Right, how much meat? There we go. A bit of leather. Only 38. Okay. We're going to need more. There's monkeys over there. We'll start shooting them for the meat. Alright. Get it cooked. Get it stored. Almost out of food. Alright. The corn's going to take forever to grow, but when it grows in, we should have a shit ton of food. It's going to take quite a few, probably full few seasons. Yeah, off you go, please. Hurry up. Right. Monkey has a chance to aggro, yeah? Alright. Get it all cut away. We'll haul those out of there once we have the time. Silver in the river, yep, but it can stay there for now. It's not going to degrade, it's silver. Alright. There we go. So the space janitor, Blue-Nosed Bear, picks up some steel for the construction of the cooking station. For those joining the stream, you're looking at Hook's Hold. A sort of a bunch of guys doing LARP, I suppose. Leaning into... Well, they're not doing it yet, of course, because the author is still alive. So I presume collectively they're just trying to survive and figure out what happened to the ship. But of course, with the author's death, with these two sycophantic radicals that he had, it won't take them long before things get dark. Alright. Yeah, hunt that parrot. Get as much food as we can. No, this is the author, Sir Hook. That's true. We should get fishing as well. Yeah. How... yeah, research is very slow. Okay, let's prioritize fishing then. Just worried about malaria. Okay, fueled stove. Here we go. Please... It's baby food. What the fuck? Make baby food. A nutritionally balanced vegetarian mash for babies. While easy to make in large quantities, only babies appreciate its bland taste and mushy texture. Simple meals, though. Cook simple meals. Do it until we have at least 10. And with whatever we have available, frankly. Alright. And cooking-wise, it's going to be, for now, Sir Hook. So, yep. Priority 2. You're off swimming. Not for now, Sir Hook. Could you please focus on cooking? We need that food. Blue Nose is going to relax. How are you feeling? Yep, you're getting over your flu. You're a good 8% ahead. Good man. Alright. So we haven't faced our first combat challenge yet. I'm sure it'll come soon. Could be quite dangerous. Thank you, freeze-dried salt. Thank you very much there, freeze-dried. Thank you. Right. There we go. So Sir Hook is taking 10 lots of alpaca meat. Alright. Egleb, yep, you were up most of the night working on the mining stuff, so well done. Yeah, go refuel it. Leave that marble door open for now. It's going to take too long to open and close if it's right in our pathway. All right. And for now, Blue Nose, once your mood is high enough, please work on getting some nice flooring in because we're treading dirt everywhere. All right. Thank you, Freeze Dried. Thank you, Doom Knight Fury. Thank you, Coed, Kicking with Fists, and Toknor and Duke. There we go, and... really? Are we going through the wood that quickly? Evidently so. When was the colony started? About 9 days ago. In game days. Yesterday evening stream in real life. Thank you, Warder. Thank you very much there, Warder. There we go. Blue-Nosed Bear is removing the flooring. What is the floor? Okay, there we go. Go get some wood. Alright. Check the wildlife list. Any crossed out red indicating a casualty? No. There we go. How much wood did you bring to the stove? 45. Okay, cook away, please. Alright. There we go. Okay, that's it. That'll be our last packaged survival meal. So now, it's all based on whatever we can hunt. Now things could get quite lean. There you go. Pop it in storage as best we can. We need to get shelves. Okay, there's no time to sleep, I'm afraid. We have to get to work. So let's go hunting. So Blue-Nosed Bear, please hunt that. Hunt that peacock. Alpaca too. Hunt the alpaca. There we go. So Blue-Nosed Bear moves into cover. I don't know why. The parrot is not going to shoot back. Misses. Oh, damn. Oh, how cool is that? Oh, wow. Oh, wow! How cool, they fly away! I mean, there goes our food. That damn, it flew away. But how cool is that? They actually fly away. What about you, peacock? Do you fly away? Yeah, they fly now! Come on. Hi there, dyslexic. Hi there indeed. Pretty shit shot, yeah. Space janitor. Yeah, you are sick and drowsy. Okay, you know what? Just shoot the bloody alpaca. Don't get too close in case you have to run away from an alpaca swarm. Swarm? Herd. Just try to wound them. What the hell is that thing? Peahen. Ah. Peacock, peahen. Oh my god, you are a terrible shot. There we go, one hit. Good, okay, at least it will be, yeah, it will die on its own and we can pick up the meat in a minute. Let's get them wounded. Okay, I see some berries down here. We'll harvest these. Okay, where's Sir Hook? What are you doing? Cooking simple meals out of berries. Oh no, what's this? Heavy rain is beginning to pour from the sky. It will cause temporary flooding around bodies of water. Build barriers to prevent flood water from spreading. What the fuck? I've never seen that event before. Flooding? What, like our crops? Our potatoes? Flooding. Build roof. We have a nice roof. Okay. Oh no. Okay. This could be a huge issue. What happened to that peacock? It's over there. It'll die in 11 hours. That one will die in 13 hours. Come back in. Tend to your flu. Oh no, I've never seen flooding before. Build fences. Helps to stop the water. Okay. Doesn't make any sense to me, but okay. Fences made out of wood. Right. There we go. Blue-nosed bear, if you can do that as quickly as possible. There's a hole in the kitchen too. There's not, is there? Ah! Okay, quickly. Get that roof done. So Hook, you can do that. Get that roof on. There we go. Get that roof on. Get that roof on. Torrential rain, eh? Right, blue-nosed bear, get to work on that fence quickly. Eggleb, what are you doing? Off to go mine more steel? Cancel that for now. Let's get you back on the workbench. Right. There we go. So 3 meals available, but we're going to need more berries and more meat urgent. Look at that. Jesus. Holy crap. Get it built as quickly as you can. Let's go. Right, you can eat that meal, it's fine. No time for rest. Just need to try and protect the crops if they're going to flood. I don't know if they're going to flood. Any berries? Berry bushes? Lots of berry bushes. Harvest them as much as we can. Get the berries in. Heat stroke. Sir Hook. Heat stroke. Initial. 38 degrees in the kitchen. Yikes. Okay, we're going to need cooling. And hold open the doors between rooms. Yeah, hold open these doors here. Refuel that passive cooler, someone. Egleb, can you do that? No. We'll never do hauling. Right, we need additional coolers in the bedrooms. Right. Challenging biome. A blue-nosed bear. Work on that fence quickly. Don't know if it helps, but the river might burst its banks, maybe. Where are you going? Going swimming? You won't have to wait that long, Sir Hook. Get that fence going, quick. Okay. Holy crap. Rolling that wood there. Okay. Right, check the wildlife list. Yeah, okay, so we've wounded some of them. They should drop down soon, at which point we'll go and retrieve their bodies for the sake of the food. Quickly, let's go. So Hook, you're too frail. It's going to take too long. Is the water rising? Is it? No time. Quick. No time. Emergency. Get on it pronto. Go, go. How's that heat stroke? 5.6 and climbing, I presume. Not good. Let's go. Okay, so Hook, you're too slow. You're too slow. Go and... You can... Yeah, get that wood down there. Blue nose bit. Yeah, go get the passive cooler operational quickly. Yeah, take that wood there. That's more, yeah, more important that we do that. So go there, quick. Already refueling. Cancel that operation. Refuel it now with the wood. Okay, never mind. Whew. Extremely low food. Flooding problem. Okay. Go. Right, just get inside. Okay, blue-nosed bear. You're exhausted. There we go. Hold the doors open. Try to reduce the temperature in here. Okay, you're off to bed. Before you do, sorry, I just need to keep those fields protected because that's our food. Okay, the river hasn't burst its banks just yet. I don't think it will. I don't know if it will. Just get that part in, and then we can always wake you up in a minute. You don't have to travel as far to get the wood. Right, Sir Hook is going to bed. Yeah. Egleb is a night owl, so he's just woken up, but there's not a huge amount he can do. Okay. Sir Hook's room is missing a roof tile. Oh shit, so it is. Sir Hook, you might want to get that done. So let's see what happens with the river. Does it reach the fence? Okay. Have to build a roof. No, just go to bed. Fuck it. Get in bed. Alright. So speed up the time a smidge. Does the water level change? Medical emergency. Flu extreme, 83%, but 93% immune, so you should be okay soon, Blue Nose. Just hang in there. Right. Egleb, can you do cooking? Okay. Low skill, but if I give you a priority of 4, you can, so long as they become corpses, go and butcher them, which is a roundabout way of making you go to retrieve those bodies. So when those birds die, go and bring them in. Why is the dog sleeping outside? Why is the dog oh, Area 1. Unrestrict it. Okay, the river doesn't look like it's... Oh, oh, no, it is. Okay, the river is expanding. Yep, the river is expanding. Okay. Slowly but surely. Right. So try to get our crops protected. Area 1 was just to stop the dog from walking off and getting eaten by something. That was it. Right. Once you guys are good to go... Yeah, sleep. You guys are exhausted. We're very low on food. Okay. Can you learn the game without watching 200 hours of tutorials, says Food? Frankly, in my opinion, never watch the tutorials for RimWorld. You rob yourself of so much of the experience. Yes, it is challenging. Yes, you will start the colony and all of a sudden lose someone to infection or fire. Hell, you'll probably lose your first playthroughs as a result. But half the game is half the experience is figuring it out. Getting attached to people, giving them a goofy name. And then all of a sudden they're pinned in a freezer when someone's husband goes crazy with a shotgun after his wife died because they were mauled by a wild boar as part of a manhunting pack. It's all part of the sort of adventure experience. If you run straight to the tutorials, you, in my opinion, you lose half of RimWorld by fixing everything. When things are going perfectly well, the game gets a bit stale. In my opinion. So jump straight in. If you get truly stuck, by all means, look something up. But, yeah, avoid tutorials is my recommendation. Hell, don't even watch this stream. If you're liking what you're seeing, stop and go and try it. Sorry, just moving. Okay, very low on food, but Blue-Nosed Bear, the space janitor, is on his feet again. Get something to eat. Okay, we've got a bit of time on the fence, so don't panic too much about the fence. Instead, it's a bit cooler now. Okay, so we no longer have heat stroke, but yeah, we do need to worry about food. So, Blue-Nosed Bear, could you please go off and hunt something? Right, Egleb, you've gone to bed. No, before you do... Wait, where's the third one? Peacock. Did it recover? Or did it leave? Maybe it... I don't know. Oh, no, did it die? Dead. There we go. Blood loss extreme. Egleb, I know you're tired. We'll never do hauling. Yep, that's why. I'm going to trick it. Butcher creatures. Missing corpses. So go to details, ingredient radius, unlimited. Please go and retrieve some of the animals. Alright. Blue Nose is going swimming because you need recreation. I'm going to overrule that for now. We need you to go and hunt down fresh animals, please. So look for animals that can give us lots of meat that are relatively... Aha. That one's nearly dead. Go over here. Go haul it in. Haul it in. The alpaca would be a good idea, but they're quite far away and they could... Yeah, go for these alpaca instead. In fact, yeah, you go deal with that. Let Egleb go and deal with the birds. Enjoy, Leviosi. Okay, the river... Yeah, the river base... Yeah, it is expanding. Blue-Nosed Bear, carefully start shooting at the alpaca, but get ready to flee if needs be. Gleb, get that bird. Right. So what are your chances to hit? So shot, but so 15%, 17%, 18%. Oh, damn. The weather. Nuts. Not good. Did they just leave the zone entirely? Ah, nuts. Okay. Hunting's tricky. Someone with low shooting skill. Okay, we might just have to get berries for now. We need Egleb to work on that fishing. It's going to take too long. Tricky. Very, very tricky. Okay. Switch over from cotton to rice. Fastest growing. That's true. We could melee them. Get close and melee them. There's always a risk that would trigger the rest of them, though. Right. What about the two panthers? Do they have any meat for us? Aha! They do, but it is awake. Right. We should wait for nightfall. Where's the other panther? Go to wildlife. Rhinoceros. Panther. Okay, you're probably just eating rats or something. I don't know what Factorion is, Sunday. So no. Okay, try to melee that chinchilla. What's your melee skill? 3. There we go. Some light scratches, but you got it. Well done. Melee it down. Call it in. Hang on. Switch off the corner cam because the dog's bogged off. Okay, Egleb is butchering the pea fowl. Please leave it. Leave it and go and get the other one. So Hook, could you please butcher the pea fowl? Not yet, because Egleb, yeah, we're being cheeky and we're exploiting its the butcher tables, everything. Alright. So come on in. Bleeding to death. Yeah, get your injury seen to once you've got that. Okay. Let's go furniture, wall torch. Put this here. Need a bit. Yeah, we've got plenty of wood. Okay, the river's slowly getting bigger. It was previously here. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. There we go. Blue. Yep. So tend to your injuries. Egleb, get the other peafowl. Right. Then, yeah, if you could work on that. So Blue-Nosed Bear, if you could get that torch built, please. For the sake of the light. How long until the first batch of potatoes? They're about half grown. So we just need to, yeah, we just need to steel ourselves to survive. So Sir Hook is going swimming. You're desperate for recreation. Then I need you to start gathering berries. As many berries as you can get, please. Right, good man, Egleb. Right, stand down, Egleb. Could you instead eat that meal? Go research. Right. Crack one. No, you've gone to bed. You're a night owl. It's fine, Egleb. The feudal lordling. Okay, there we go. So torch, yep, put torches wherever we can. Yes, indeed. Torches need to go all over, frankly. Right, also going swimming. That's fine. It's just a source of recreation. Thinking about it, in real life, I haven't been swimming in... I don't even know. The last time I went swimming, I was probably a teenager. Long time. Hi there, TFW2. Greetings in Venezuela, did you say? Taiwan. Sorry, I missed it. Greetings indeed to Taiwan. Alright. Go to the beach. Nah, it's gnarly and cold. You don't want to swim at Brighton Beach. Alright. Plus, I dare not swim in the ocean. That's terrifying. Okay, Sir Hook, could you please... Yeah, butcher. Butcher those creatures. Alright. Get this meat harvested as quickly as we can. So Blue-Nosed Bear is off to bed. Soon, Blue-Nosed Bear, we need you to... What do we need you to do? More construction work, frankly. So the coolers are in. More torches? Yeah, give us more torches, please. More torches, more coolers. It's very warm. More passive coolers. Alright. There we go. We're going to starve if we're not quick with the food. And when night falls, we'll send Egleb to go and get the kill from that panther. Alright. Quickly. There we go. So a bit of bird meat. Raw butchered flesh can be cooked into meals or eaten raw. The dog might take a bite out of it. So, for those joining, yeah, we're playing as a group of, well, crash-landed survivors who have followed this holo-novelist, this elderly holo-novelist, Sir Hook, and we're steeling ourselves to try and survive. It's a challenge, though, because two of our people are relatively useless. Tivik, why no royalty DLC? I don't really think the royalty DLC fits with my idea of RimWorld. It's very out of place. There we go. Okay, some meat. Spoils in 2 days, but get it cooked. No time for swimming. Cook it. Right. I suppose that's right, Tivit. Yeah, maybe I can either mod out or simply disable some of the more distasteful elements of royalty. Yeah, maybe you're right. Damn it, construction botched. Resources lost. What about this one? Okay, at least get this cooler done in the other room. Right, so we've had a flood, we've had a flu. We haven't had any attacks yet, mercifully. Alright. Oh, is the rain receding? Maybe. Okay, Eggleb is awake. Right, so going swimming. So before you do, could you please trek... Ah, the panther's still awake. It's one of two panthers. Where's the other one? Damn it, he could have just eaten all of it. Unless he's strayed too far. No, he's strayed too far. Okay. Fuck it. Risk it for a biscuit. Oh, you'll never do hauling. Okay. Do it from the butcher table? Right. Where are you going? Ah. No. Wait until it's... Yeah. Go swim. Wait until the panther is asleep. It's 10 in the evening, though. I don't know why it's not sleeping. Yes, Absolute Billy. Yes, indeed. Right. So, for those joining, you're looking at an elderly novelist called Sir Hook, the Blue-Nosed Bear, so Blue-Nosed Bear, a 49-year-old space janitor, and Eggleb, the 19-year-old feudal lordling. I'm going to say that these two are sycophantic fans who followed this novelist, this holo-novelist, and his Hook series. They weren't expecting to crash on this planet, of course, but yes, his violence-filled, strong, defeating the weak novel series. It's going to become a grim template for this raider faction that's going to be executing and enslaving. Okay. But not right now, because obviously we're just trying to steel ourselves to survive. Alright. So we have 6 meals, lasting 4 days, but we'll eat them probably long before then. Oh, we should probably get some fence gates in, shouldn't we? Furniture, structures, wooden post, fence gates. Get a couple of those. So we can move around without all the faff. Yes, gladiator fights are part of this Ideoligion. Right. So Eggleb is off to go and get a meal. Is the panther awake? Good, the panther's asleep. Okay, once you've had your meal, go and get that meat. Alright. Potatoes are steadily growing, but they're just over half away. you, if you're curious. Okay. Right, so Hook, go get... Yeah, so the novelist, the elderly novelist, go and get some berries. Blue Nose, get that floor in, because we need to make that food preparation area as clean as we can. Otherwise, we're going to be down with food poisoning continually. Alright. There we go. As quick as you can. Let's go. Yep. Come on. Let's go. Get it built. Do I have to select each individual tile? Probably. Let's go. We need to reduce the chance of food poisoning. It's very important. Alright. There we go. Right, and get that stuff out of there. And then clean up this room. Good. Well, the floors are new, so it's not dirty yet. But we'll be tracking dirting continually. Okay, so Hook, how many berries have you acquired? 26. Alright. Okay, fairly cool. So 17 to 20 degrees inside, 26 degrees outside. For those joining, we have a tropical rainforest that we're trying to survive in. We've not been attacked yet. Not sure how capable we'll be when we are attacked. Make sure that we've got plenty of clubs available. So, yeah, well, they're scattered on the floor right now. So push comes to shove, we'll all equip a bunch of clubs and stand in the doorway and start trying to beat them to death. Okay. On that front, let's make sure we've got a few additional rooms so that we can put prisoners and eventually keep slaves. Okay, Blue Nose is trying to relax. Go for a swim. We're doing okay. Aesthetic has an awful bedroom. My bedroom is just how I want it to be. Very humble and simple. Good. Alright. How are we doing? How many berries do we have? 54. We'll go and get those as quickly as possible. In fact, Blue Nose, you're the only person that can do just dumb labour, so I'm afraid it's going to have to be you. Apparently, Seraphim, I've never seen it, but apparently you out editing, frankly. Takes a lot of time. Yeah, so I'm just going to chill. Just going to chill, drink beer, masturbate, do some DIY. Yeah. Alright. I think Quebec and I are planning to do some Helldivers later this week. Okay. So let's also try and get some, hang on, structure. Yeah, get some basic walls in places where we can stop and shoot back at people trying to come at us. Okay, we probably, yeah, this fence here isn't that big a priority now. Remove it. Yeah, the river's calming down. Good. Alright. Never mind about that. Let Sir Hook handle those. Sir Hook, can you come over here and chop down these plants, please? They're in the way of the roof. How are we doing on the food? Very badly. We need more meat. Egleb, could you get... You have some melee ability. Can you please equip a club and go and club that chinchilla, please? There we go. There we go. How are your injuries? Nope, no immediate danger. Okay, bring it to the butcher table. We need its meat. How long until we have the potatoes? 62% grown? Alright. Monkeys over there. Where did the berries go? They went over here. Alright. Blue-nosed bear, please focus on the wall. The whole base is extremely flammable right now, unfortunately. Okay. We should also get more crop, yeah, to get these crops sown. Rice. So, Sir Hook, I'm going to ask you to prioritize growing. Yep. Please get the remaining corn and rice in the ground. Okay. Blue-nosed bear is off to go rest. Not yet. Please finish the job. And then we can throw someone in there if we get a prisoner soon. Alright. Quite a few viewers this morning. Welcome everyone. I hope you're okay. Welcome to RimWorld. For those joining, not sure what they're looking at, 3 So there's a tailoring bench here. If I can get that built, maybe we can use some of the leathers. I mean, we don't have a huge amount of leather, but if we can get some leather... I mean, if we can get, like, rhinoceroses and elephants, that would be amazing. But, I mean, good luck bringing those down. Okay, check the animals. Any nearby kills that we could steal? No. Thank you, O Gemina. Thank you for doing that, O Gemina. Right, Egleb's gone to bed, so Blue Nose, could you please go and tend to that injury? Take only one, only one stack of the medicine, please. Sir Hook, could you, damn, you'll never clean the room. A medium cat with a top hat. There we go. It's pretty warm in that room. The passive coolers need replenishment. Yeah, can you prioritize that, please? Passive cooler, get that built. Very good. And then refuel that passive cooler. Now, what are the main challenges of the animation? Everything. Absolutely everything. I'd love to do a video talking about my experiences making the to start from the top, for those who are not familiar. One of the bullshitteries that I've tried to make is Dungeons and Dragons, from a live stream of Dungeons and Dragons that, well, actually, I don't think it was truly a live stream. I think it was privately recorded in different chunks, but I don't think any of us actually live streamed it. Regardless, a group of ZF played Dungeons and Dragons, and we did a campaign. And I cut together the highlights, and obviously the problem that I've got is that there is no footage for Dungeons and Dragons. You play it with your imagination. So I, in my limited wisdom, thought, I'll make a cartoon. How hard could it be? Yeah, no. Really, really hard is the answer to that question. And over the years, I've sort of plinked away bit by bit, but very quickly, I've got a bit of a problem in that I'm a content creator. I have to make content. But collectively... Oh no, so Hook's off for a sad wander. Anyway, collectively, the problem is if I sit down and work on the D&D, I'll probably be away for a solid year. You've got to keep making content for people to stay subscribed to you and stay clicking on your shit. Yeah, it's too big, it's too complicated. I made a solid attempt last year, but all I did was run myself into burnout. So it's in a perpetual state of nearly finished, but yeah. Why not have someone else do the animations? Price. Commissioning gets extremely expensive extremely quickly, and I do not have the resources of bigger YouTubers. I got a few quotes early on to get an idea of how much it would take to make a 25-minute animation with 9 different characters and about like 175 individual... I can check, actually. Hang on. I literally can check. It's still here on my hard drive. Hang on. Current project, D&D. Oh, no, wait. That's the wrong folder. Where's my Adobe cache? That's not it. Where is it? Here we go. Lossless renders. Sorry, my mistake. 126, but that's not all of them. So let's assume probably 140. 140 separate scenes of various different length. Again, 9 characters. Expensive. Very expensive. There's a reason why most animations on YouTube are either very, very short or consist of teams of animation people. Complexity and price. Yeah. So I've tried to plink away at it as best I can, but the truth is, it's just really hard. It's just really, really, really hard. Okay. Again, Lever, it's just like I don't know how to explain. It's not, oh, just have some people help out. People are helping out, But it's really hard. And if I have them work on it, it's just going to be a lot of money that I don't have. One day. Hopefully I can get it done one day. Good to hear it, Rabbit. Well, you might be pleased to know that animator from the Peak Bullshittery who did the Terminator 2 parody, she is one of the animators that I've commissioned for the D&D Bullshittery. Basically, there's a joke where the bad animation suddenly... So the music swells and there's a climactic moment and all of a sudden the animation gets good and it's cyanide and they basically have like an epiphany. So cyanide's playing as a thief in the D&D, and he is the worst thief in all of D&D. He fails every single roll he tries, and the one attempt where he does get like a successful roll is where the animation suddenly gets amazing, and he's sort of running down the corridor in slow motion, and then he jumps majestically into the air, and then suddenly it hard cuts back to the shitty animation of us just staring at him in PNG, with his hair flowing and looking all nice. Anyway, the lady that did that animation, she did the Peak one as well. Okay, Sir Hook, are you back with us? I think you're back with us. Okay. Alright. Yes, Infidel. I mean, obviously I do 2 roles. I stream and I make YouTube videos, but the effort, the meat of the effort is in the YouTube editing. Anyone who would sit behind me during an average day would say that. You're not seeing me do the animation, as in the editing, but it dwarfs the streaming. Okay. Emin Joe says, how did I come up with my style of editing? I shamelessly copied it. I'm a shameless rip-off. I noticed that there was this Icelandic pair called Burgerpol? And back in 2011-ish, they did a surgeon simulator thing, like with the text appearing on screen. And I simply thought, that's cool, I'll do that. I'm going to be brutally honest. I didn't come up like off the top of my head. It's the reason why the text is white and yellow is because they did white and yellow. And so I started just putting text on things and keeping it rather static. And over time, it sort of gradually got more and more complex until now here we are. Where the animations are a lot more refined than they used to be back in 2012. Okay, Egleb is still awake, but it's 6 in the morning. OBS, Emin Joe. OBS for the recording of the game footage. And Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects for the editing of the footage and the effects. Thank you, Navy. Yeah, but I just want to be brutally honest. I can't stand here and be like, oh, I came up with it all by myself. No, obviously, I literally lifted it from Burgerpol. I did that one CSGO video, and then all of a sudden, the fact that the text was following people carefully, people seemed to really respond to that, so I just leaned into it a bit more than the Burgerpol guys did. Now here we are. Especially when I started using masking to make the text appear behind things. People really seemed to like that, so I was like, okay, I'll do more of that then. Okay. So it's day 12. Egleb's gone to bed. We've still only got the 3. Let's try and get the floors in. Try and keep it make it a bit cleaner. Let's also put some wooden, again, not ideal, but put a few wooden floors outside in the hopes that we can track some of the mud onto the outer floors rather than the inner. Alright. Hi there, Prim. You started watching 10 years ago? Yeah. Welcome indeed. You too, Snickspicks. Welcome indeed. Right, wakey wakey, eggs and bacon, guys. How's the food situation? Pretty dire. Pharaoh's eating the food off the goddamn... Ew. Literally off the stove. That's gross. You saw in the peak bullshittery that I put text behind Quebec's glass on his visor? People noticed that, did they? I might have done that. Did you notice the plastic bag? At one point I held up some trail mix, and not only did I put the masking on the individual trail mix things, individually, I also put a mask, so a shape that I cut out, on the plastic bag, and then gave it a Gaussian blur to make the text slightly displaced, slightly blurry, looking through the plastic. It was on screen for only a couple of seconds. But yeah. Also fire behind the HUD in the lava bit. Yeah. Oh, you saw that too? Yeah, see, sorry, while I'm waffling about editing. See, that stuff isn't too tricky. It looks complicated, but I will die on this hill. Editing is not hard. It's just time consuming. So this is what I do. Let's pretend now that I have to edit some footage for RimWorld. What I would do is I would take a screenshot like this, copy the footage. So let's pretend I've got the footage here. I would copy all of this on my timeline and then paste it to the very top of the timeline, so where everything would live below it, basically. So whatever's at the very top of your composition, like your layers, essentially, is in the foreground. And then what I do is I take the shape cutter from Adobe After Effects and I just go cut that square. Down here, let's cut these. Cut this whole taskbar at the bottom. Just one rectangle. Doesn't take long. Really doesn't take very long. And then cut that. Just one by one. Little shapes. Probably takes me about 25 minutes. Depends on the complexity of the shape. But then here's the fun part. I then save that mask in a template comp, which I call 0.0.aep. And then every time I load up a clip, like there's a funny moment, load up a clip, I import the template. And then all I have to do is drag and drop, and we're done. And everything that appears in the game, all the text, is behind the HUD. 25 minutes, tops. And every single scene has everything behind the HUD. Little quick workarounds like that I've picked up over the years. Same with the text. Like I have template comps. When it comes to the white and the yellow text that are following people around, I just type what I need. Okay, double, like 2 rows, 1 row. Okay, I need someone screaming in big red text. Put it all in a template. And then at the start of any project, I just import them. Yeah. Shortcuts, basically. Shortcuts to editing. Speed things, just speeding everything up. Sorry, I'm rambling, sorry. Alright. Egleb, are you still bleeding? No, that's dried blood on the floor. Okay, so food. Yeah, the food situation is dire. We need to hunt. How soon until the potatoes are ready? 69%. Nice. But we need food. So, can we shoot? Shooting skill? No. What are we going to do? Berries? I mean, yes? Yeah, there's quite a few berry bushes. Okay, it's going to have to be berries. Not very nutritious. Can we fish? We're working on it. But we're only 121 out of 600 for fishing research. It's going to be a while. The potatoes will be ready by then. Okay. Let's have blue-nosed bear. If I get too close to the alpaca, they might attack, though. You need to go hunting. Okay, let's send out blue-nosed bear. Go hunting with the gun. And then Sir Hook, could you please wake up? You bleeding? No, you're fine. So what's the time? It's midday. You've overslept, Sir Hook. Please wake up and start getting as many berries as you can. So harvest these berry bushes. Then cancel. Okay, now leave the palm trees. So Sir Hook, please go and get those berries. Bring them in. As many as you can, as quickly as we can. Right, now what's the chance to hit? 16%. If the alpaca charge us, we're in serious trouble. 38%. Damn it. Don't miss. 38%. Oh my god, blue-nosed bear. Okay, good hit. Is it going to die? 22 hours until it dies. Kill it now. Damn it. Okay, leave it. Don't let it run off. Just let it bleed to death. It's harsh, but we're desperate. Oh, dude. 41% chance. Hit it. Ah. Okay, slow. Just be patient. Just don't let it run off the tile. Is what I'm trying to avoid here. There we go. Please don't charge us either, otherwise we're in trouble. Oh, dude! Okay. 22 hours. Okay, stand down. It's grim, but... Right. Okay, good. Then start hauling in these berries. Okay. So for those joining, our 3 male survivors are still alive. But we're desperately... We're scraping through. We've barely enough food. Some of this food will spoil very soon. Chinchilla meat will spoil in a day. Bird meat spoils in 13 hours. It's 3 in the afternoon. What about the 2 panthers? No prey nearby that we could steal. What about the other one? Hello? Dead tortoise. We'll go take that dead tortoise. It's a little bit of meat. But it's something at least. Okay. Harvest botched. Please harvest a little bit more. Alright. Also, looking at the time, I do need to wrap up momentarily, folks, because I've got some stuff that I need to do today. I've got some cleaning tasks and maintenance that I need to perform. I've also got to go and see my doctor, or rather the nurse, at later this afternoon for a checkup of my asthma medication, because my lungs are shit. I don't recommend asthma, frankly. It sucks. It really, really sucks. Okay. Building roof. Building roof? Okay. Could you instead... Oh, we're missing wood, aren't we? Okay, Sir Hook, could you get some wood? Yeah, we need to get these defences in. And get some wooden floors. Right. Get all these berries in. Egleb is going swimming, the 19-year-old lordling. Right. Did you plant the rice? No. Why? Shrink zone, allow sowing. If you wouldn't mind, Sir Hook. Azure says, you totally agree. You developed adult onset asthma that is so bad you're functionally disabled. Fuck. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've only had, it's sort of generally present. I've only really had a couple of major asthma attacks in my life, but I can assure you both of them were terrifying. You think you're dying. Awful, really awful. Okay. Oh, look. No Mouth of Hook. That's the name of the leadership thing. Okay. So, can we nominate someone as the leader? Obviously, the author, Sir Hook. So, party spot. Where is it? Pen marker. Odyssey, ideology, ritual spot. Okay. The ritual spot. Look at this. Supreme Fair, blood duel, public execution, role change. Here we go. So, the different roles we can assign. The Hand of Hook is the leader. Is that a good name, though? The Hand of Hook? Is there something better? Thank you, Kuko. Thank you for doing that, Kuko. So, hang on. So, consider that they're not merely idolizing an author. They're idolizing the fictional world that this author has created, the Hook series. So imagine that it's like a bunch of, like, the strong defeat the weak. That sort of fiction. What would be, like, the leader, apart from, like, Ubermensch or something, what would be the leader of strong, broad-backed Alpha? Yeah, stuff like that. Alpha. Like pseudoscience bunk shit. Supreme. So yeah, stuff. This is great. It's stuff like that. Supreme. Alpha. Supreme. What else? Like Space Alpha. Or, you know, like something ridiculous. Because it's based on fucking fiction. The Grand Hook. Yeah. Alpha Prime. Supreme Claw. The Uber. Oh, these are good. Grand Hook. Grand Alpha. The Supreme Space Alpha. I like Supreme Alpha. It's suitably, like, stupid. It's the sort of thing that those in the in-group would treat with a straight face, but everyone else would see as fucking idiotic. No one calls himself an alpha. Unless you're a fucking idiot. Supreme Alpha. Okay, hang on. So, I'm going to be naughty, and I'm going to go da-dee-da-dee-da. Here we go. Hang on. Where is it? Developer mode. So developer mode, and then I'm going into the... There we go. The name of the leader. Dev mode enabled. Right. Here we go. The Supreme Alpha. Oh, hang on. It's asking me male and female? Is there something else? Sorry, I don't know, like, stupid machismo shit. Are alpha females called something else? Alpha S. No, it doesn't sound right. Omega? Matriarch? No, it's a bit too motherly. Girl boss. Supreme Mummy, no. Slay Queen, Alpha Karen, Boss Bitch. The alphas are the dominant couple. Okay. So, I guess Supreme Alpha is fine. Alpha. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean it's... This faction is a bunch of pseudoscience fucking based on a stupid schlock novel. So it's gonna sound ridiculous either way. But my point, they're not misogynistic. It's men or women. It doesn't matter so long as you're strong and capable. Okay. So hang on. So Alpha Supreme. Whoop, cut. Supreme Alpha. Done. Dev mode off. Close it. Options. Dev mode off. And... there we go. So now, if I go here to the ritual change, it should... I've just changed the copy. Supreme Alpha. There we go. So, successful Oh no, it hasn't changed the copy. Oh, Supreme Alpha. There we go. Alright. Yeah, let's do it. So, I mean, hang on. Is the timing good? Is everyone nearby? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, here we go. So, Supreme Alpha. Sir Hook, the author. Begin. Yes. Here we go. Right, so they've been here. Look at this. What's this? Leaves. Oh, different music. Oh, I see. Is it nature-based? Is that what we're doing? Right, so the author brings his two disciples, sort of, here to explain that here, they weren't expecting it, of course, but here, this will be where they'll set up a new nation, a strong nation, where the strong will defeat the weak, where those who are lower down in the totem pole will know their place, the degenerates and the mutants. And he tasks you two, Blue Nose Bear and Egleb, as the right and left hand of his new world that starts here. It starts right here, by a river in the jungle. Okay. Thoughts on the future of the colony? Yes, it all starts from here. Here we go. I do love the rituals and everything in Ideoligion. It's perfect. Okay, Sir Hook is now the Supreme Alpha. Successful role change. So you can give speech, trials, combat command, work drive. There's only one person we need to give the work drive to, and it's Blue Nose Bear. Alright. And everyone should be happier now that we have... Oh. I see. It was actually the shaman role, the mouth of Hook that we needed. Whoops. Maybe I should have read it a bit more carefully. We needed a mouth of Hook. Okay. Right. If you'll forgive me, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. So our little small room colony has grown a little bit. We haven't been attacked yet. Our defenses are kind of lackluster. Yeah. We do have some basic clubs, but not much else. Food is a huge concern. We are struggling massively on food. We have no refrigeration. We have no electricity. So we need to try and get... Well, we have no steel to get the electricity. So, I mean, there's a tiny reserve here, but it takes so long to access. I need to, see if I can at least get one generator going for the sake of electricity. Right. So I've got a doctor's appointment soon. Thank you for being here. I'm sure I'll be around this evening for more of this or something else. But yeah, well, thank you for watching, folks. Right. Time to do some DIY. Right. Let's have a look. Are any of my clanmates doing anything right now? Refreshing the list. None of my clanmates know, but SR Sam, who you see pretty regularly, is on. What's he doing? He's doing some graveyard keeper. I don't know what that is, but I'll let him explain. Thank you, Kuko. Thank you, Ogemma. Thank you, Emin Joe and Mulric. Right. See you soon, folks.
Because of the fact that we